Hello, Demetri. This is Ben with America's Baseball Camps doing your video evals for you for hitting, and just want to go over a couple things I saw on your video. I've been watching your swings for a little bit, and just wanted to review some things that I think would help you in the advancement of your swing. So let's go ahead and get started here. So going into our stance and our setup, stance and setup are in pretty good shape here. A couple things I would change. One, I would take your feet and I would turn your toes in a little bit. That's going to create a little bit more power in our swing. Right now, when you take from your knees, you can kind of go straight down to your feet. And what you want to do is you want to have your knees inside of our feet a little bit. So if you're watching the pro games, you can see that the toes are usually inside. Right now, your feet are kind of turned out this way. You want them at least have your toe this way or even a hair in. And same with this foot. You can see that it's kind of turned out and have that one a hair in. What that's going to do is it's going to bring your knees more over to this area in here, and that's going to give us a lot more strength inside of our feet when we get into the bigger fields and things where you're very strong, but I think we can get even a lot more out of your lower half than what we're doing, and it's going to give us more, be a stronger hitter, be more consistent on different parts of the plate and other things. So it's very important for you to have your knees in and your toes and those type of things in a good position in regards to that. So very important in regards to that. I like where your eyes are. Your eyes are right on the pitcher. You have good posture on our back, so in that regards, it's good. The next part where we do video analysis work is what's called our land foot. So as we go here, you can get yourself ready to go, and you get a pretty big leg kick in regards to I go to swing. You got to make sure when you go back to a leg kick, you can see you never want that knee to go all the way by your foot here. You want to have that back foot turned nice and in, that toe instead of turn this way and straight. You want to turn that toe in a little bit, and that's going to keep this knee to be inside of our feet there, and that's going to help us with our load and to making sure that we're going to be on time. So just remember, with this big a leg kick and this much movement, you have a lot more chance for errors when you swing, or a lot less chance to be on time, to be as consistent as you can, which is fine if this works for you. Stick with that big leg kick. It's just a lot of movement that a lot of guys decide not to do just because you got to be more on time and you have a tendency to be up forward instead of rotating. But you do a good job once you begin to land. The key is when you do that land foot, are you done going forward with our hips? And you do a good job of that, just rotating into the baseball for a lot of power. One thing I do see, when you do the leg kick that you land too far open. You never want to go above 45-degree angle with your front foot. You can see right now that that's above 45. 45 degrees is probably going to be around this angle, and you're more than that. Any more than that than 45, any more of that than past this line, you want to have your foot, your back of your foot be back here and your front of the foot be here. You want to have that close more, because what happens is that transfers more strength, and more power comes from your upper body compared to using your body when I hit. It exposes this front hip, so I begin to fly off. That front foot comes open, and everything kind of begins to fly off too much. So it makes a big difference when you're landing to make sure that you land with that heel kind of in a better position. So instead of that heel kind of facing over towards the dugout, have that heel be facing down this fence line here to land a little bit more close. So you can hit against a firm, closed front side is ideally at contact. Is what you want to have. And again, you have a lot of strength, but all this is going to get pretty detail-oriented as you get older and get on these bigger fields and things, so I think it's going to really help you going through your career to work on. And what you can do to work on this as a good drill is just taking pitches when pitchers are throwing. We talk about good hitters or good takers, and what you want to do is you just want to take good pitches when you're focusing on just standing in on pitchers as they're throwing bullpens, to really change your feet, to get better position with our lower half and engage that more. Maybe tone down the leg kick just a hair to make us more on time and more of an all-rounded player to all parts of the field kind of thing. But just something to keep in mind to mess around with. When you get to contact's in pretty good shape. I would like to see that front foot closed off. You do have a nice power line here. Very nice in regards to that. Your head, your palm's in a very good spot. So a lot of things you do right in regards to that, and you can see at the end if I hold it. One thing I would want to focus on, you can see after contact that we're not keeping good balance on our feet. I want you to be able to just hold that hold that finish, and really just sit there and hold it to see that you're really nice and balanced. One thing I would do is don't worry so much about where the ball goes or how far it goes. I would focus on more with my head on the baseball. So I would hit with the ball out in this area, and I would really focus at the end of my swing to be looking down at that baseball at all times after I'm done swinging. You can see on each of the times that you hit, you want to look to see where the ball went, which is fine. But again, I would more focus on my head staying on the baseball, and I would focus on me being through the ball, and with your head on the ball and you finishing on your balance and finishing on your finish is going to make you just that much better of a hitter in regards to that. You can see on this one I got underneath the ball. I want to really focus on getting myself with my feet and everything we talked about earlier in the video. So I would watch this video over and over again. I would stand in a lot of people for pitchers. I would do a lot of T-work and soft toss to really hold your finish whenever you're taking batting practice, and really focus on just getting more consistent on not necessarily lifting the ball because you're really strong and you have a good thing, but some of your ball and your path is kind of this direction. Don't ever worry about hitting the ball over the fence. Try to always knock the fence down. And I think mentally, if you think of not hitting over but through, it's going to give you a nice tighter backspin. Work always line drive to down instead of line drive to up. And I think that's really going to help you do a couple things. Because at contact, you're doing a lot of things right. Just a couple tweaks to engage the lower half more to make you more consistent on off speed and pitches away. I think being more disciplined with our head on the baseball and not peeking to see where it goes is going to make a big deal. So we wish you the best. Watch this video and over again. Finish your swing and hold it. You can see that we kind of stumble and fall a little bit after we swing. We really need to focus on making sure that we can hold our finish and those type of things. And those 4 or 5 things that we talked about are going to make a huge difference in your swing. So thanks for coming to camp, and we look forward to seeing you next time.